Today, we bring you an important weather update from southern Brazil, where communities in the municipality of Getúlio Vargas in Rio Grande do Sul are still reeling from an intense and unexpected hailstorm. What started as a calm, cloudy afternoon quickly transformed into a scene of destruction, leaving residents startled, shaken, and unsure of what comes next. This severe weather event struck hardest in Linha Caravaggio, a rural community within Getúlio Vargas. People going about their normal day were caught off guard when the sky suddenly darkened and the wind picked up. In just moments, large hailstones began falling with alarming force, pounding the ground, rooftops, and vehicles. The transformation was nearly instantaneous, from peaceful farmland to an environment overwhelmed by noise, ice, and confusion. Residents described the hailstorm as both sudden and frightening. Many said the sound of the hail hitting their roofs was so loud it echoed through the entire community. For some, it felt like heavy debris crashing into metal. Others said it seemed as though the storm would rip their roofs straight off. Families rushed indoors, huddling in the safest parts of their homes, trying to protect themselves while hoping the damage would not get worse. The hailstones were unusually large and solid, causing immediate destruction. Roof tiles cracked under the impact, windows shattered, and once openings formed, rainwater began pouring inside. In rural properties, the situation was no better. Greenhouses, animal shelters, and storage areas were struck, leaving farmers deeply concerned about their crops, equipment, and livestock. For many, these structures represent their livelihoods, and the losses will be felt long after the storm clouds disappear. Videos shared by residents show streets covered in thick layers of ice, resembling a winter landscape rarely seen in this part of Brazil. Trees bent under the weight of accumulated hail, and power lines swayed in the wind, struggling to hold. What should have been a brief afternoon storm turned into a destructive force that left clear marks across the region. Civil defense authorities issued alerts as soon as the storm intensified, urging residents to stay indoors and avoid travel. But for many in Linha Caravaggio, the window to react was incredibly short. By the time people realized the severity of the storm, hail was already falling at full strength. Emergency services were quickly mobilized, and once the storm passed, teams moved in to assess the damage. The immediate aftermath revealed widespread destruction. Dozens of families suffered significant losses, with roofs either partially or completely torn apart. Some homes took in large amounts of water, forcing families to quickly cover openings with temporary tarps just to keep their belongings safe. The situation was especially difficult for elderly residents and those with young children, who face long hours without proper shelter. Agricultural areas were hit particularly hard. Fields full of crops nearing harvest were flattened or shredded by the hail.
Ah, louco. Oi?
Não adianta mais. Quero ver se...
Small-scale farmers, many of whom rely on these crops for their main source of income, now face uncertainty about how much can be salvaged. The emotional toll is just as heavy. Months of work can be lost in minutes, and the stress of rebuilding can be overwhelming. Thank you for staying informed with us. Please stay safe, stay prepared, and look out for those around you as weather conditions continue to shift.